Welcome to another round of Would You Use That Book? But first, an update on our last episode, looking at the Sears Roebuck catalog, a reproduction of 786 pages. I was debating whether or not I'd be willing to use this one, and I decided to have a look around, and I was able to find one more. I was able to purchase this for about $8.30 off of Thriftbooks. The last time I looked, I think I saw a couple more copies under $9. So with that mysterious designation of French, even though there's no French in here, I will leave a link in the hopes that somebody else will be able to score one of these fantastic volumes for under $9. All right, first up on Will You Use That Book? I have been jealous of Margaret at Seven Plaza's botanical book, the one that she just seems to keep turning to with text in Dutch. I was able to get the English translation here. This book is about 8.5 by 6. The cover looks very different, but I believe the contents look very similar. So this is a translation. I looked up the illustrator, and she is Polish. So I believe this is also translated into Dutch, is my guess. Now, what I love about these illustrations, first of all, this is very matte. A very, very, very matte pages. What's really nice about these pages here for our purposes is that for the most part, you've got a color illustration on one side and a small, some text and a small illustration on the other. Oftentimes black and white in that small illustration. So, maybe I should have gone the other way so you can get a better idea of all the images here. So, I am really looking forward to using this book because I think it'll be really fun to see if I could reproduce some of Margaret's work at Seven Plaza on an image by image basis. Okay, I'm probably not going to actually do that, but the idea appeals to me, so I'm really, really, really liking this find. I'm pretty sure this was under $7. It was not a bad price. I mean, I certainly think that this was worth it. So, this is lovely. I am going to be using this pretty soon, I think. Next up, this Golden Guide to Butterflies and Moths. If you've seen my recent video about image transfers, you'll know that I've discovered that this series of books is really good for image transfers. And so I wanted to pick up another one of these to have a look and see what opportunities we have. Now, if you're squeamish about bugs and things, I would suggest not skipping ahead a couple minutes because we got butterflies, we've got moths, and we've got all of the caterpillars. So let's get started. So this book looks very similar to the ones, the other Golden Guides, where there's some really nice large illustrations. There may be little maps and some text that goes along. And overall, really nice colors to these images. So it's got some really good size range of sizes. You got smaller ones, you got larger ones. You got the moths if you're into the moths. And you can see here I've already gotten into it because I'm going to try to experiment on some of these. My idea is I will try to take some of these less attractive moth images and see if I can gel print them into fantastical butterfly colors. So I'm going to be giving that a try in the near future, and we'll report back on how that goes. So, do you guys like moths? Do you guys like caterpillars? I'm okay with moths. I'm not so excited about seeing caterpillars in my junk journals, but I guess, I don't know. Really interested to know what other people think about these other life cycle stages of butterflies and their very closely related moth cousins. All right, I've got one more book to show you in this round, and I believe that this is probably the find of the year for me. I think it's going to be hard for me to top this one. Here we have the Macmillan Wildflower book. And we've got actually another Edith here illustrating, Edith Johnston. And I was able to acquire this book for about, for under $10. I don't know how I got this lucky. I don't think I will get this lucky again. So let's have a look and see what I'm talking about here. We've got some simple illustrations, black and white ones here to begin with, some text, and now we get into the plates. So what we're seeing here is a 2-plate spread in color, and then text, and then 2 more plates, and then text. The color images were printed on one side, and the text was printed on the other. So you can see this book is so fantastic. It's a large size. The images are really large. They're high quality. I'm really impressed with the illustrations. Miss Holden, not Holden, the other Edith here. And I am just enjoying these. I mean, they make me think of like a large reproduction of an Audubon book where you can see you know, a large color image with lots of details, and I am just loving this one. I am absolutely not going to be taking this apart. At $10, you know, the price is right. However, I would never be able to replace it for $10. If I do ever come across another copy of these for $10, you bet I will be taking it, and I will start using one of these copies, and I will probably be sharing some of these prints, but I think it would be unlikely. The next, I looked around. It looks like you might be able to get this for $35. Maybe I'll get lucky, but like the difference between $35 and $10, that's pretty big. So this is just a fantastic, glorious book, and it's just going to be joining my my library here. So I just want to share. If you do come across this book in the wild, I think it would be, and you're able to get it for a great price, I highly recommend you pick it up. I think the one thing that this thing was missing was the dust jacket. And it looked like the normal dust jacket is like a dusty green color, if you see that. Wow, there are just so many images in here. And I'm just really liking all the different colors. I don't know how many times I can say how much I'm enjoying this book while we're flipping through here. This is just glorious, and we'll be taking, you know, as far as junk journal kind of collectible books goes, this is going to be taking center stage in my collection here. So there's lots of loveliness in here, and I'm just really happy to have gotten these. The text doesn't fully match up with the images. It's not exactly one-to-one. They can vary by a couple pages from the images based on the amount of text there is. So you won't have be matching the image to the text specifically, but that might be the case in some of the pages. The ones that I looked at didn't see an exact match, but you can look at the index and see if there are certain sections where that's the case. So, wow, so lovely, so lovely. All right, I'm going to stop bragging, and I will put this somewhere nice and safe in my collection. Thanks for watching.